this is Star Martinez, and this is going to be my presentation for my case study final. So for my case study, it's where has all the qualified talent gone. For this, I went ahead and used my department I'm currently in, which is the operations of after hours department. In our department, we have a retention rate of about 50% after only 6 months of employment. Currently, dissatisfied employees, 1 out of 3 employees are currently saying they are unhappy in our department. And overall, customer service retention is at satisfaction is at an all-time low. When you're looking at the statistics, less than about 40% is saying that they are happy there. So the main root problem of this issue of our retention in the after hours department is recruitment, retention, and department culture. Now, unfortunately, with recruitment, there is nothing we could do about this. After some investigation with one of the lead specialist recruitment reps, they advised me that pretty much we can increase the minimum wage that we give them, which is about $16 an hour, additional 10% on top of that, which is $17. Also, we can't raise the education standard of employees coming in, so high school diploma and only 1 year of customer service experience is required, and that doesn't require it to be on the phones, it's just customer service in general. The things that we can control, however, are the retention of the employees that we get through the door, and the current department culture. So retention, the way that we can resolve the retention issue that we're having, as I said before, only 50% of employees stay after 6 months and even less than that after a year. So rather than focusing on the recruitment aspect of it, we can keep the people that get through the door. The way we can do that is survey and follow-up. So this would require doing a survey right as they graduate from training. And then having them set goals 3 months out of training, 6 months out, and then at a year. The follow-up would be the responsibility of the supervisor, but the initial survey taking would be mine as the trainer for the department. This would provide them with a purpose. So if we have an employee who is saying that they want to maybe coach, or they want to be a subject matter expert, or they want to learn more about the claims process for healthcare, what we can do is provide them with a purpose, give them special projects, give them special training, additional training as well. We should be pushing education in our department as well, since we are an entry-level customer service job opportunity within the healthcare industry, especially with insurance. We are getting a lot of people who only have their high school diploma, they don't have any certificate. We should be gauging what they want to do with their career and help them build that career within our organization. And then, of course, pushing education goes hand in hand with self-growth. Even if we have someone who says they don't want to go back to school, perhaps there's something that we can help them with in their personal life for self-growth. And then also internal and external promotions. So if we have somebody that's saying that they really want to be a pharmacy tech, or they're interested in learning more about prescriptions, we can always help them get into classes with that and connect them with our pharmacy department and help them get promoted within a year from our department. So rather than losing them altogether, and we can't promote them internally to lead since they're not interested in that, we can promote them externally outside of our department but still within the organization. So revising the current culture that we have. So employee retention should be at the base of our culture. If we revise it with the idea of this is your foot in the door to a better, longer lasting career, or if you want to stay in our department, then we're going to help you time manage your personal life and your life here. But ultimately, what can we do to retain our employees? That should be at the base of our culture moving forward. Appreciation awards. So during the meeting that Danny, the manager, had with all the pre-existing customer service reps and the after hours department, they did say what they liked the most was the appreciation rewards. However, those rewards are not consistent. They only come out when they've done the annual meeting of what we can do better. They only last about 3 months, and then they're never to be heard from again. So we need to bring back appreciation rewards for the big and small things, and we need to be consistent in our promise. So if we're going to change our culture, if we're going to put retention of our employees at the base of it, we need to be consistent with it and make sure that we keep our promise to our employees. So practice what you preach. So top to bottom change of culture. This culture change has to start with our director, since she is very hands-on. She does micromanage the supervisors. So we want her to be a part of this change as well. We want her to come up with some goals from 6 weeks from now, 3 months, 6 months, and a year. And we also want her to employ this idea with the supervisors. Dividing into teams and adding SMEARs, so subject matter experts. In the after hours department, we take calls for over 15 different states for both Medicare and Medicaid. All different contracts have different availabilities for providers, benefits. Because of that, it's hard to say that we're 100% correct on everything we do. But what we can do is divide into teams, make those teams subject matter experts to certain states, and that way if we do have a discrepancy or we have miscommunication somewhere on the floor, we can go to that department that can find out where the miscommunication happened and where the correct information is. Introducing healthy competition is going to be really important as well. With introducing healthy competition, I would recommend doing a monthly competition overall for the teams. Whoever is the highest ranking scores across the board would ultimately win a pizza party. But just to make it fair, whoever wins on that team, the highest ranking person on the team would be given to the lowest ranking team, and the lowest ranking team will give up their lowest ranking person and give them to the highest team. So this would create constant change within the department and on the floor, changing the subject matter experts. So you're not just staying in one spot, but you're ultimately switching over to teams, and you're switching your good with your bad. Eventually what will happen is that person who is a top ranking will rub off on the lower ranking teams and help them meet their overall metrics as well. So everyone has an exit strategy. I think this is really important because it forces all of us as a whole to look into our future. Once again, working from that top to bottom change of culture. So what's the director's ultimate goal within 2-3 years from now, right? What's the supervisor's goal within a year from now? And what's the customer service rep's goal within 6 months? Where do we all see ourselves? This is going to help with the overall change of our culture. Instead of going day by day, we want everybody to have an exit strategy from a year, 6 months from now. Are you getting your degree? Are you getting your diploma? Are you getting a certificate? What is going on? And at 2 years, do you feel that you would still be happy here? If not, what can we do to help them with an exit strategy, but keep them internal within our organization? Now, conclusions and takeaways is right now where we stand, the retention is low. A lot of employees that actually do make it through the door don't want to stay for various reasons. Now, flipping the retention on its head and making it a part of our culture is going to be important. Also, it's going to create happier employees who want to stay with the organization, build a career with us, and continue to work with us as a whole to our promise to make our members happy.